brought y'all guys another doozy.
But what then would you suggest my mother does? Like,
try to talk you out of it. Like a mom. This mom is supposed to guide their children when they're doing decisions like that and say, listen, I understand you may think this is that, or you may think it's this way, but you're a beautiful young girl. You have your entire future ahead of you. You have two parents that love you.
Now, I'm going to start off with saying I never really agreed with Candace back in the day. Like, I truly didn't. But I always say, when you hear the truth, no matter where it's coming from or who it's coming from, when you hear the truth, you gotta listen. But some people don't.
You could marry a man and raise children and have a happily ever after. Or you could be the girl who everyone knows, who can't have a child that goes to school without people making fun of them. I mean, imagine having a son and they say, like, you know, your mom's on the internet, I watched her get by 100 men, you know, or a daughter, you know, something which is just like, it's so precious, that relationship between a mother and their daughter, you know, like your mother should want to guide you in that way and say, like, this is the path that you could have. Like, your future could be amazing, and you're giving it up for, this is not, by the way, fame, it's infamy. You know, you're establishing yourself as someone who's going to be infamous. It's going to pass so quickly. The money's going to be in your bank account, and then there's going to be the next girl trying to one up it, and no one's going to care anymore. You're going to fade into irrelevancy, but you're never going to.
That's the harsh reality that she doesn't believe. I just hope you know that. She don't see it ending, even though there's multiple stories showing and depicting all of those things in different people. Only but a few go off into the sunset, and she's hoping she can be one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the questions that I certainly had when I was reading into your story was, I think that you kind of tried to portray it like you had this like normal upbringing. And I obviously don't buy that, because I have children and I have a daughter, and your mother being involved in this signals to me that you had anything but a normal upbringing, because there's no mother that would spiritually want to see her child.
Well, technically, Candace, there is, because her mother did it. But, you know, different places we live in, different times and all that. But you are right, though. No sane person, no good mother would do that. She may feel like her mother was good, but if this is how you choose to do said thing, yeah, nah, I can't really side with your moms on that.
Like that, because that's what it is, whether you perceive it or not. Your mother is watching you or helping you or dealing with the finances.
To be honest, my parents, they don't necessarily, they're not coaching me into it. They're not telling me, please keep having these people at all. They're not, you know, they're not really exactly, I wouldn't really say like supportive, but at the end of the day, they love me. And what is it going to do if they disown me, stop talking to me? That would only cause more heartache. So they see it from a standpoint of, you know, my mum does like my finances because she wants to help me. You know, they just want to do what they can to help. It's not so much like if they disown me tomorrow, like,
yeah, actually helping you would be teaching you a better way instead of watching you do something. See that, hey, they like this thing. It kind of seems like they're exploiting you, because why she want to check on your finances for? But I admit, why this remind me of the Travis Scott situation? Well, not Travis Scott. My dumb ass said Travis Scott. Travis Hunter. Why remind me of that for something?
So what is your perspective on this situation as a whole? Just as far as, because you see a lot of the stuff on I see a lot of stuff on Twitter, and like you have this, you know, women, or I don't know if it's a feminist idea, whatever, of like, this is protect her and this is not that bad. But it just feels very weird to, in my opinion, obviously I'm not a woman, so I can't speak from that.
Yeah, I mean, it just boils down to her wanting to be famous and her wanting to make money. There's no other impetus here, you know? And it's actually...
Which isn't wrong. Because she did say some shit about it was her fantasy. I'm like, if it was your fantasy, then you probably wouldn't be getting paid for it. But I can't, like he said, I'm not a woman, so I can't say. Like, I don't think dudes pay for I don't know. You could look at, let me not. Because then that would be me justifying it, and there ain't no justification in it. You wanted to do it, you lived it. Now you got to live with the consequences of whatever you did.
Actually quite sad, because, you know, she cried after sleeping with 100 guys, but to know that her mother is involved, to me, is the most compelling aspect, because I think despite how they tried to portray this, like she had a normal upbringing, like clearly you did not have a normal upbringing, and there is something very wrong with your mother for her to partake in allowing you to be violated publicly by 1,000 men. You know what I mean? Like that is not a normal family. So most interested in her upbringing, because I don't think she's been completely.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be normal. This is the last piece, and I'm gonna let y'all go.
I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that like you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you, because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that just.
I beg to differ. It's some kind of weirdos out here. There are some kind of weirdos out here that will be okay with this. So yes, you are right in what you're saying, Candace, but even she said somebody gonna do it. So trust me, somebody gonna do it. And it's sorry to say, because the only ones I see doing it want money. But I don't know those type of dudes that will go after that situation knowing it. Like the only ones I know, more than likely either in the same industry and doing the same stuff that she doing, yeah. But if they not, I'd say they're coming.
Just so you know, is a form of abuse. It is. It's abusive.
I personally don't see it as that. I mean, my mum's just trying to help me. But what then would you suggest my mother does? Like,
try to talk you out of it. Like a mom. Mom is supposed to guide their children when they're doing decisions like that and say, listen, I understand you may think this is that, or you may think it's this.
I thought it was another clip, but it's the same clip. I have nothing to say about this because I don't got a dog in the fight. Please, please. I don't know what or why. Don't be teaching others. Like, they already cheering you on cool. Like, it's useless information if you keep it 100. It's useless information, but I can't say nothing. Your body, your choice.